JimmyO.com, and I'm sitting here with
Jimmy Burril
and April Monique Burril.
So anyway, how's it going, guys? You guys got picked up by Troma. That's got to be pretty exciting.
That is very exciting. We've been Troma fans for ages and ages and ages. So we're really happy to become part of the Troma family. I mean, they've done a lot in the world of independent horror film, so it's nice to join forces with them.
So season one comes out.
It's nice to see our stuff popping up everywhere now.
That's delightful.
Season 1 comes out next month, then?
Yeah, on the 28th.
All right,
September
good
28th.
You know, at first when I saw you guys got picked up by Troma, I thought maybe this isn't a good fit because they're a little more silly than the Sally show is, because there's kind of a dichotomy there to where, you know, you have the intense violence, but then you also have the laughs too. But the more I think about it, I think it's a decent fit. But going back to that dichotomy, is that something that you guys actually shoot for, or is that something that just naturally happens?
Well, I don't know. I try to write stuff, stories that have some type of substance to them and characters that have some substance to them. But I love humor. I mean, Mel Brooks and John Waters are two of the people that I kind of aspire to. So, just I don't know. I think it mixes together fine.
Yeah, I think it works, but I think it works a lot differently than what I'm used to, and hearing from Troma. But anyway, The Good Sisters, probably one of my top 3 films I've seen so far this year. That doesn't have any laughs in it at all, but I just want to thank you guys. That was a really good flick, by the way. And I heard you got picked up on that, too.
Well, that's kind of a weird story. We got picked up on it, and then I took it back away.
Oh, really?
But I don't want to get. That's kind of a weird area right now. But
okay.
I'm going to be trying to find other distribution for it because I wasn't happy with the original.
Yeah, but I mean, we re-released the new cut on our own, and I think it works out really good. I like I love the new cover art for it.
By the way, I thought your job in that was fantastic. By the way, April.
Oh, thank you so much. It was really fun. It was a amazing experience to work with Debbie and to work with her so closely since we played sisters and stuff. So
well, I think you showed some range there. I think you showed some range there that most people weren't used to seeing as far as the Sally show and everything. So.
Oh yeah, it was very different. So thank you.
And anyways, speaking of the Sally show, season 2, you're shooting it now?
Yeah, we've shot one small scene. We're getting ready to shoot another.
Starting this Saturday, we start shooting pieces of it as we're kind of building up to it. I've taken on several new writers so that I'm not trying to crank out all the episodes myself, and it seems to be working. It's a nice full script, and I'm really happy with it. But we're still doing kind of punching it up.
Yeah, well, the levels, I mean, the bar's been raised. So, I mean, working with I've been watching him, of course, work with the other 2 writers, which is something Jimmy's never hasn't done before in previous scripts. And there was a little bit of everybody trying to figure out, what's the best way to approach this. And so it took them a little bit to find their rhythm. Once they did, though, as an actress who's all excited for acting all this stuff out, it's really good. I mean, there's more drama, but there's more blood and there's more humor. I mean, everybody's really playing to their strengths, so I think fans are going to be very happy with it.
And there's a bunch of new characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that in the interview we did like a month and a half ago, that you got some pretty interesting guest stars coming up. Anything you want to let anybody know about?
Yeah, we're talking with Gunnar Hansen and Ed Neal from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they have committed to come on board. And we're also, of course, Debbie's coming back as Blondie, the character that we brought in for the Groundhog Day special. And her part is much more expanded. As you find out, she's kind of a confidant to Sally. And we also found the Alec Joseph, who played the original Ruby in the movie, wanted to come back and do something, so we've created a character special for him. And I don't know, it's just a bunch of new characters for the for season 2, and I think it's a lot deeper. I think there's meat and gore for the people who want it, and there's plenty of comedy for the people who want that. And
I have a really good nemesis this time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much I should say about it, but I really love it.
Yeah, Brandon
Slagle.
Slagle, thank you. I was afraid of mispronouncing his last name. Is coming in as Sally's nemesis, named Angel Eyes.
Yeah, I know. Back to the Blondie character, I just recently got that, the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, Angel Eyes.
Yeah, that's
Angel
what
Eyes
made me
and
think of.
Blondie are both names from the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, I finally got that. It's like one of my favorite westerns, and I don't know why I never made the connection before.
Well, it's not the kind of thing you would expect to connect, you know?
Yeah, true.
It's like the cops' last names being the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice that, really. Now that you mention it, wow, okay. I'll have to go back and look at that.
Yeah.
Jimmy's all about the sub-references in his writing.
Well, I think he let me read like a beginning of a script like about a month ago that had kind of like a Deadwood reference. So.
Oh yeah, well, in between season 1 and season 2, I discovered Deadwood, and I got obsessed with Deadwood.
I know. I watched the entire series on demand in like a day and a half.
It's awesome. We love it.
So I really learned a lot about writing a TV show from that show. Not only have I watched the entire series about 7 times now, I went online and downloaded all the scripts to study them and see, what is this chemistry that was put together, and it really helped. It was an education for me.
Speaking of, as far as season 2 goes, is there any other surprises that we can look forward to?
Are you going to keep? They wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, are you going to keep the same feel? Because season 1 kind of distanced itself from other web series in the fact that it didn't look like shit. I mean,
thank you.
It looked really good. It looked like regular TV, and it sounded like regular TV.
Well, and the biggest thing that's happened to us since season 1 was taking on our new partner and business producer, Jeffrey Meek, who has upgraded our equipment greatly, as well as put us in a lot of good positions to get distribution and so forth. So we now have, we have real lights, and we have real sound, and instead of stuff that I've kind of patched together from available resources.
Well, yeah, and we've had real people associated with all that too. We've got people now who are going to be specializing in the sound instead of us trying to just do our best, which I think we did okay, but still,
in season
better
1,
to have a specialist.
in season 1, there was a lot of, okay, you hold the boom mic.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. And also our effects crew is greatly tightened up and sharpening their game. They've been practicing and playing around in their off time. And
oh, God, we've added Anders Ericsson.
I'm so glad.
Anders Ericsson, if you don't know him, is an unfound master of horror effects. He created a company called Nightmare Gloves, and he's just an excellent craftsman, an excellent artist, and he is going to take our effects to a new level.
Sounds good. I think, as far as you mentioned the sound and everything, reviewing independent horror movies, I watch about 4 or 5 of them a week that I get sent, and I have a big gripe about sound, but I've never had that problem. With anything that you guys have done, I've never had that problem. But I'm always constantly adjusting my home theater, so if anybody else is listening to this that's making a movie, buy a boom mic, please.
Yeah, well, I think they get so caught up in, it's hard to get to remember every detail when you're independent, you have no budget, you're just playing it by the seat of your pants, basically. And I think a lot of, I've looked at a lot of indie stuff too, and a lot of times that's the first thing that they forget. is to make sure their sound has got a lot of good quality. And it's hard to do it if you don't know what you're doing. It's really hard to do it if you don't have the right equipment.
Yeah, with season 1, we had a boom mic. For this season, because of Jeff, we have body mics, we have 2 boom mics, we have a compressor limiter, we have a mixer. I mean, we have everything that you would need to actually do this correctly. And we have Joey, who is committed to making it sound good, and I've told him that he is allowed to be a bitch about it.
Well, I mean, judging from the Series 1, like I said, there's probably not a whole lot much room for improvement, so I'm really excited to see Season 2 now, because I think there was a real craft to Season 1 that is lacking in a lot of internet series and things like that. I know once I watched it on DVD, I mean, the DVD transfer was fantastic too. I mean, it was a lot better than a high def stream off of a website, but you can tell that the craft was there.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, we have with as far as lighting a scene, which is nightmarish to do out in the woods at night. Unless you've got a hell of a lot of extension cord.
Well, I enjoyed your lighting accident in The Good Sisters, by the way.
Oh, the which one?
Yeah, the witch shadow. That was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
That was excellent. I thought that was intentional until I listened to the commentary, though.
Yeah, no, that was a complete accident. We're looking back at it and go, what the fuck is on the wall?
So anyway, big fan of the series. Thanks a lot for talking to us, and keep in touch. We'll definitely be promoting the hell out of Season 2, because I myself can't wait to see it. And thanks again, because this has been a big moment for me personally, because I'm such a big fan. But
well, we appreciate you with all the support you've given us. I mean, quite frankly, as far as it comes with us indie folks, without people like you helping us out, we are pretty much pissing in the wind.
Well, that means a lot from both of you, and thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for the time.
You bet.
Take care, guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right,
We'll
thanks.
talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.